Okay guys, Jeffrey Leon, we're back to it. This is the second part, part 2 of Dr. Steve Hunter's Paleo Expeditions, Tyrannosaurus Rex dig. And we've got the Tyrannosaurus Rex kit here that's done by GeoWorld and Dr. Stefano Piccini. That is the maker of Edu products. It comes with a comic, a poster, digging tools, safety goggles, gypsum brick with a Tyrannosaurus Rex inside, and of course this comic is just as cool. I mean, this poster is just as cool as all get out. Let's get you guys another. There we go. There it is right there. Tyrannosaurus Rex fighting with another Tyrannosaurus Rex. Coolest poster. And the poster with the Triceratops that I did the other day had actually a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Triceratops in battle. This has actually 2 Tyrannosaurus Rexes in battle. Really cool poster. Laminate that and that'll be good for a long time. That's a really cool deal there. So let's get right into this. We've got our excavation goggles here, and let's get right into this. We're going to start like we did the last time on the left side of the brick. We've got a few mosquitoes here. We're going to start on the left side of the brick, and it's not that difficult. This is not that difficult to get this guy out of here. Let's turn this around. Let's turn this hand around this way, and I switched the ratio on this phone to 1:1 so you guys could get a good view. And here we go. Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dr. Steve Hunter's Paleo Expeditions. Oh, the first hit, and I'm already into skeleton. We've got something right here. We've got some bones sticking out. I mean, literally the first chisel that I did, and boom, there's a piece of bone right there. So let's keep going. Really cool. Takes a little bit of over strenuous with this little bitty hammer. I'm taking big chunks out of this gypsum brick. It took me 45 minutes a couple weeks ago to finish the kit with the Triceratops the other day, and so we're moving along a little bit faster pace. And of course this excavation mat works perfect. All the gypsum bricks typically just fall in place and just stay right on this little bitty plastic excavation mat. Okay. Oh, we got some more skeleton down here. We definitely, and we actually, what I didn't use last time, we've got a chipper here. We got a chisel and a chipping tool to just chip at it like that. And it also comes, the knife works well too. The knife will expedite it even faster. You can get the skeleton out even faster with this knife. This knife will just, I mean, it's just slicing through it. It's got the consistency of brittle sheetrock, I would guess, and there's a few mosquitoes around here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So here we go. We are finding pieces of Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton inside this fossil here. No doubt about it. Yeah, there's a big piece right here. There's a big piece right there.
And these bones are pretty. I think these bones are pretty tough. They could probably take a pretty good beating. And so that's probably not too big a deal. I'm gonna take a shortcut here. Oh, there's another piece of something right there. There's another piece of him right there. Looking close without these goggles on, it looks like it's part of his midsection or something. It's part of his, there's no telling what. And there's another piece of him here that I can't, maybe his, I don't know, I can't really tell yet. And more of it's coming out rapidly though. Maybe his jaw. Yeah, maybe his jaw. I think it's getting ready to break loose. Yeah, it broke loose. Yeah, that's what it is. It's his lower jaw, which is the last kid I did, the Triceratops. He had a separate lower jaw too. So there's the Tyrannosaurus Rex. There's his lower jaw right there. We're gonna set that right there and keep on going. Always wear your safety glasses so you don't get any gypsum fragments in your eyes. I don't see that being much of a problem. This stuff is so brittle. This is actually, and it's finer than sand. And so, but we've got a major portion of his skeleton. I mean, the first chisel I did, his skeleton popped out. So, there we go. I'm gonna expedite this a little bit. It's probably more fun to use the chisel and not this knife. This knife, really, I don't like using this knife too much, but to expedite this for you guys and to make this a shorter video, I'm going to use some of this, maybe even some of this too. Some of this pick here. It's got a pick, and this gypsum is really, really soft. So here we go. This must be a pretty big piece of his body. Here's another, there's more pieces right here. Looks like we've got ribs right here. We've got ribs and maybe part of his spine here. It's really encased in there though, whatever it is. And there's another piece right there. There's another piece of his skeleton right there. And just a few minutes, we've gone through almost half of this gypsum brick, so you can see this, it's really not that difficult. I mean, if you're really, really young, it might be difficult to do. It might take several hours, but not for older kids. It's not, it won't be that difficult. Yeah, we've got some major these are ribs. We've got ribs right here. We've got a big portion of his rib cage right here, I think. Yeah, the huge piece of brick just came off here. So let me put my glasses on again here. Always wear your glasses. These glasses have gotten a little bit dirty. There we go. There's a big piece. It's solid. Like if it's solid, you're hitting on the skeleton. Oops, hit my thumb that time. I think that may be why this hammer is so light. If you hit yourself, it really won't hurt. And so I'm kind of cheating here. I'm cutting through this with this knife. Trying to get this guy out of here for you guys. Really kind of expediting this. There's a big piece. There's a, yeah, oh my goodness. Looks like we've got, okay, you got to be careful because that looks like that's a hand. Yeah, that's one of his little bitty hands, and it was actually in the skeleton, but it's a separate part. It snaps into the skeleton, so there won't be any gypsum in it, but it typically just, you can brush that right out anyway, and then you can, if you want to get a closer look at what you've got appearing, you can get away, brush away a lot of this dust, and you can really see this is a big skeleton. I think this one's bigger than the Triceratops that we did the other day. I think this skeleton's a little bit bigger because it's a little bit more difficult to take out, and it's taking up a little bit more space on this brick. So let's see here. That's kind of a tough deal. Oh, I'm hitting skeleton there. We hit a rough patch. And this actually, look at the big divots. That's how soft this is. I mean, you'll really make a mess. This excavation mat has got plenty. I mean, it's actually adequate. I mean, it could be just a little bit bigger, but I'm really going to town on this gypsum brick. So I fogged these up. I can't see very well out of these, so I'm gonna have to take a break from those for a minute. I can see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. No, we got to do that. There's another piece there. Wow, this is a big skeleton. This is bigger than I think than the Triceratops. This is definitely bigger because the Triceratops, I was just pulling out pieces all over the place on it. I mean, I had only one really big piece, and I think that it was on the right side of the big brick, so it didn't, once I got down to there, I mean, it was just easy. I already had, 6 or 7 pieces, little small pieces here lined up here. So this is definitely, I think this is definitely this is going to be a bigger dinosaur here. This is going to be a lot bigger than the Triceratops. And this is a little bit more complicated, trying to get out of this encased in this gypsum here. Let's see what we've got here. Oh yeah, he's really starting to take shape now. Yeah, and this brush works very well. It does. It's working absolutely perfect. So, okay. It's actually raining now. And I think we're going to have to take a break. We've gotten a lot of this done in this video. We've been about 15 minutes
And we've gotten the major portion of this guy excavated. I mean, this is 75% of this brick, 65% of this brick, 65–70% of this brick is done. And the skeletons, this is a lot more difficult to get out than the Triceratops, as it's an amalgam, it's everything stuck together. I think these are probably different parts, but they're all right here, and this is a bigger skeleton, so they crammed it all together, so this is a little bit more difficult to get out than with the Triceratops. It was just pop, 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 oops, pull out an arm, pop, 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 there, pull out an arm, pull out a leg, pull out. So this is a little bit different. This is actually all kind of clumped together because it's a bigger skeleton. So, but we're going to take a break, and then we're going to this is part 2. We're going to take a break, and we're going to start again with part 3, and hopefully get this guy completely out of here and put together for you guys. So this is Dr. Steve Hunter's Paleo Expeditions, and this is the famous Tyrannosaurus Rex.